Hello, Taurus. This is Stardust Tarot here with your timeless reading. Uh, I want to mention that this reading contains four special cards at the end of the reading. So each of these cards are generated using a specific keyword. So I'll mention those keywords at the end of the reading, so after I'm done drawing all of the cards and the reading has finished. So choose one of those keywords and then click the timestamp in the description, and then you'll be able to see which card that is. It won't be a card within this deck. So the fourth card, the last card, is a secret card. So if none of the words kind of reach out to you, you can always take a look at that one and see if that one calls to you. So those I will not interpret. Those are meant for you to kind of take in and think about, meditate on. So now that we're done with that, I did want to mention too, also during the pre-shuffle, I got the sensation of someone kind of greeting me. So the sensation was kind of like a clasp of the forearm. So someone approaching you, like someone older. Um, they were clasping and they were really happy to see you. Um, so you could be meeting someone or connecting with someone that you haven't seen in a long time in person, because this was definitely a physical sensation. So they're definitely a part of this reading. There's a great feeling of joy and happiness to finally see you. Um, so they're they're definitely wanting to see you. That's for sure. If that's not happening in the near future, then that could have happened recently, um, which is beautiful. That was great. And then also there was a real sense of ease and calm while I was shuffling as well. So that's great. Always a good sign, at least to begin with. So we'll see here where this goes. So the cards that you see are in reverse to how I see them. So I interpret them how I see them. I do read reversals. All right, so I'm initially gathering, so some kind of weight is over. So there was a definite weight for something. Um, I feel like you kind of held this back from someone. You could have surprised someone. So maybe you had surprised, you were surprised. Maybe that's what the surprise was. Someone coming to see you and meet up with you finally. I think that was a beautiful moment. Um, I think that was also kind of a point where you'll definitely remember and take with you. So don't forget that moment, whatever that moment was. Um, Keep that sensation of their presence with you as well, because they definitely care. They're around. They love you for sure. Um, you can count on them to to be there for you. They're very dependable, and I think they're also a part of your success, your long-term success. Whoever this person is, um, they're very important. So let's see what else we have. Oh, Seven of Swords. Really now? Okay. So there, like, I'm definitely getting a past sensation, a past memory, experience of some kind of overindulgence, some kind of holding on to to something I think that was kind of damaging. This could have been a part of the past relationship with this person where they were holding on to something. Um, they were kind of uh, keeping a gift, some kind of possession away from you. It might not be an actual object, but this could be like an emotion, something important. And I think it was out of hubris, some kind of personal selfishness, that I think wasn't too horribly overindulgent, but it was definitely noticeable where they may have withheld something that you had rightfully deserved. Um, and I think that was a part of it. I think this resolution that you came to really made you believe that you were right in who they were and who you had believed they were. I think you might have been initially surprised by the actions of this person, um, and I think you came to understand. I think you had a conversation with them, and your intuition was probably right. You may have actually also have defended this person, I think, a little bit when everyone else saw the ugliness of the situation. Maybe some other people were hurt by their action too, or offended in some way by their action, and I think you kind of objectively knew where they were coming from. At least you could empathize with them to a point, and you saw how they were influenced, and I think you were almost a rock for this person, this relationship. So they also love you. I feel like to pieces because you're also dependable. You can be objective and think things through clearly because they may have, of course, in a lapse of judgment. We're all human. We all make mistakes. You were there for that person despite that, and I think that speaks volumes. Um, and I think they kind of expressed that too. So even despite maybe jumping the gun on something, I'm kind of getting that they were a little too early. They could have reacted. I feel like in a way, perhaps out of fear. I think they were scared of something, and so they jumped on an opportunity a little bit too early, to kind of ease their own anxiety, and I think that affected other people, though negatively. It wasn't. It was may have been the right time for them, but it wasn't for others. Um, so they may have needed it more than everyone else. I'm kind of getting that too. If this is a group situation, or if it's just you, they may have needed to to go through that and learn and grow from that experience. And despite that, you still came together, which I think is awesome. That's not an easy thing to do, um, and being there for the ones you love is what we can really count on, and it's what everyone experience wants to experience. You know, those experiences are important. Those relationships are more important than anything in our lives, and if we can maintain those and protect those, then that will carry carry us through a lot more than money or possessions or our own ego, being right. Um, so I think they see that too. I think they've learned that because of you, and that's a priceless thing to learn. Um, so they I feel like they really love you for that. Like I'm getting this overwhelming emotional bubbling. Um, and it's joyful. It's also releasing. I think this person might have lived quite a long time. They might be a little bit older. Um, it's never too late to learn anything, of course, but I think that experience gave them the opportunity to change their ways and to look back and reflect on their past actions and maybe even heal the other people that they may have hurt. So you were kind of like a guidepost for them, a rock, um, which they desperately needed. They really needed, because obviously if they had made a bad decision, had a lapse of judgment. Um, that's what we need in those situations if we can't do it ourselves, or if we're really looking for some guidance. Um, that's the best thing, even if it's just the presence of another person. It doesn't have to be any particular action, just someone's presence is enough to reinforce self value and self compassion in moments of real darkness where people might feel alone. And I really get that sense they likely felt alone for a long time, and then you were there, um, despite everyone else kind of jumping to conclusions, which is easy to do. They People tend to see what they want to see, and you can't really change that. Not everyone can be objective, and we each have our own unique relationships with each other. Um, so it may have been hard for them to really see that, which is unfortunate. But this person learned a very valuable lesson in that time. You taught them something very very beautiful. Yeah, and we have the Ace of Wands there. Just proving that, yeah, Fool in reverse, and the, yeah, okay. So definitely they were perhaps motivated by their own passions and their own intentions. You know, this may have been a little destructive, of course, like I've already said, but this motivation was purely of their own, and I think this was what they needed to do. This card didn't come up in reverse, so I feel like they may have felt their actions were justified, um, in whatever way that was. Um, though definitely naive. This is my Fool card, so definitely naive, kind of misguided, misunderstood. Though it was the right choice, despite seeming on the surface to be kind of wrong. It's what they needed. Um, it's definitely what they needed. Um, so here I have the. So this is the Five of Swords. Now it's actually in reverse, and that's why his face looks all weird. So that could be it too. I don't think their choice was out of pettiness or anything like that. I think this was all, they were within their own world, and you saw that, which is awesome and amazing, and I applaud you for that. Um, so you made the right decision, even if other people don't see it right now, or even understand it still to this day. This could have been a long time ago. You made the right decision, despite what other people may believe. Um, I think you kind of saved someone. Really, is what happened. And other people don't see that, of course, but they honestly don't really need to in a way either, because you have that satisfaction of making an impact on someone else's life, for the better, and that's amazing. So pretty clear message here, I would say, Taurus. So I'll go ahead and just name off those keywords for you. So take a moment here to just listen to the words and then pause right after. So those words are meaning, country, and tail. So meaning, country, tail, and then the secret is college. Alright, so that is the end of the reading tour. So like, share, and subscribe. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.